Okay, so we're back to our workspace. The next thing we're going to do is import that background that we worked on from PowerPoint. So one thing to note, I got rid of all those Sigma symbols. I just don't need them for this particular data set. We don't have the use to mathematically measure anything. And of course, that's going to change depending on your data set and what your actual goal for your Power BI visualization is. But for this data set, make sure you go ahead, take a minute, go back through the open data model and get rid of all those Sigma symbols. So as I said, bring it in the background. So we're going to go over here to this symbol here. It's the Format Your Report page. Click that and then go down to Canvas background. Click the drop down for that. And then under image, hit the browse. So for our image, we have to go find where we saved it. So mine is just here in my folder, HBCU PowerPoint background, ENG, that's very important. So now we clicked import, but we don't see anything. It's a very important step here. You have to make sure that you drag that transparency slider all the way to the left. I don't know why it comes in as completely white. I don't know why Power BI does that, but we just have to make sure that we drag it all the way to the left. So now that we have our image in, that's awesome. Things are looking good. So one thing that you do notice is I had a different image in PowerPoint. Mine was kind of flipped. So I went and I changed it, and that's something that you can play around with yourself, you know? So if you know that you import something and it doesn't feel right once you get into Power BI, don't be afraid to go back to that image, go back into PowerPoint, make your adjustments, and then save it or rotate it or flip it as I did, and then re-import it. So as I said, my image is kind of flipped from what we worked on initially, but the use is still the same. If I want a quick view of how things look on a larger scale, I can just temporarily close these, and then you get a bigger view there. So I'm just going to open those back up. And so now we're ready to add some data.